Hello there and welcome back to my videos. In this video I want to speak about the bootstrap-vue and how I can use the date picker. And I will starting as I always do. I will explain what we're gonna do and then we're gonna code. So what we're gonna do today, I'll start to create a basic date picker in the bootstrap-vue. Then I'll show how we can change the minimum and the maximum date. So you can say you can only pick dates from X to U. And then the last thing I want to show you is how I can validate about it's the date is selected or something like that. So that's what we're gonna do today, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you want to subscribe to this channel. You can do it in the right corner below and press the ding. If you have any questions, please make the comments below. I'll be very happy to answer you, and don't forget to like and share it. So now it's time to code, and thanks to have you here with me today. Let's starting to create with the basic one. Should be the b-form-datepicker. And what we're gonna do now is just a basic one, so v model and date picker one. That's what we're gonna do, and I want to show it below. And going for the data here and say null. That's what we're going. I think it's empty, it's better. So let's going back and going for the browser. Now you can see we have the date picker like we have from the calendar. It's just for the input now. So now I can just going up and say the date here, and the date should be in the year, month and day. It depends on how you're working with the dates. It's a good date, and if you want to select it in MySQL, the date time in MySQL will be that way, and in Python it depends on what you want. Python is a data object, so if you're sending for the Python API, it could be you need to change something. If you want to save it in the MongoDB, you need to save the data object. So it depends on what you want, but this is how you can take out the data, the date you want to select, and have it as a string. The next thing we want to work with should be how you can add the read only and the disable. So I'll just take those two here and edit with the spaces here so you can see it. So nothing real changes here. So the first one I want to say read only, and the second one I want to disable. I will just show you how it's working. So you can see I cannot pick anything. I can only read it here, and this is disabled. So if I'm going up here and select the date, everything here it's perfect, but again I can't select it, and this one is totally disabled. So that's how you can use the read only and the disable. It's pretty easy, so why not know that too. The next step you want to do should be the date picker 2, and that's how we can work with the minimum and the maximum date. So you can say you don't need to select it back in the time, or you can only select like 3 months or something like that. That's what we're gonna do now. So the first we want not gonna do here, it's copy this one and going down here and say date picker 2, and we want to date picker 2 here. And I think that's what we want to do now. And I want to say the minimum should be date picker 2 minimum date, and then we have the maximum. Just copy that and say max, and it's working pretty well. And then we're gonna code now, and what we're gonna do is say const now is equal to date object. So now I want to say the date object, and I want to say today it's the new date, sorry, new date, and now get full year, and now get month, now get day, and then we have the today's date, and then we're going to say the date picker to minimum date, it's equal to new date today, and date picker set month minimum date, it's equal to get month. And something here, it's wrong because I need the minimum date. Need it inside the data, sorry. It's my bad here, so that's what we're going to do. And I need the date picker too. And we want to say min and max. And date picker min date, and we need to say the max date, and then we're going up again, and I still don't know where the minimum date should be. The min date, where did I get that from? It's pretty interesting. I have it in my documentation over here, but I cannot remember where it's coming from. So let's code more, and then I will fix the issue. -2, that's meaning we're going for the 2 months back. And date picker minimum date, set date with the 15. That's meaning we can go in 2 months back from the 15. And min date. Yeah, that's fine. We do it this way. I think that's what we're gonna do. And then we go into the max. I'm going down here, and we want to say plus a month. And let's go up here and say minimum and maximum, and that's going for the browser. I'm not 100% sure it's working. You can see it's a little different from my documentation. So 1, 2, and then we can say here -2 months, and then we are here 1, 2, 1. So today's date, it's it's June. Then we take the month and plus 1, 2, and something is not correct here, because the month plus 1. I mean the month, it's always 0. I think the month here, let's get it. Yeah, month, it should be the 5th month, and that's not correct. That's pretty weird. 2020 and the day 2. That's pretty strange why it's react that way, because we don't have the second months that's pretty weird. Let's see about this one. 6. The month 6. Yeah. And day 0. So what we're gonna say, it's okay, I'm doing it another way. We don't need this. We need now, and I think that will work much better. Let's see that one more time here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have datepicker 2 is not defined yet. We have an error now, so this today is not found. Fine, I know that, and that's why we don't want to use it. And everything is fine. 1, 2, yes. 1, 2. Now it's working. Sorry for the weird stuff here, and something in my documentation I sitting to record after, and this is wrong, but now it's working, so that's fine. That's how you create the minimum and maximum. So you blocked based on the dates, of course, and it's working pretty well. So the next and the final step we want to do now, it's the datepicker tree, and the datepicker tree will be about how we can working with the state. And nope, that will be the last thing. The datepicker tree will be how you can disable the days you want, so you cannot select all the days. That's what it is. So let's play with that and copy this one, and then we're gonna do here and remove this one, say datepicker tree and datepicker tree and datepicker tree, and going down here. And what we're gonna do in the datepicker tree should be date function disabled function. That's what we want. Date disabled, and then we go. We'll create this, and going for the methods down below here, and then we're starting to disable the days. So we want to say the weekdays. Weekday is equal to date get day, and then we need the days equal to get date. Oops. And if weekday is equal to 0 or weekday is equal to 6 or day is equal to 15. Then we want to return true, and if it's true it will be disabled. So what we're gonna disable now, what we're gonna disable right now would be all the non-work date and then the 13, and you can see it's disabled over here, and the Monday this month is disabled, the Tuesday next month is disabled, and then in this month the Sunday it's the 13, so it's still disabled. Of course it's double disabled, so that's fine, and that's cool. Now it's working, and that's how you can disable the fields if you want. it could be nice if you make like in the work calendar and your company only have open in from Monday to Friday, then you can disable it. And yeah, the next step, I think it will be very nice, should be the validation, and how it's working. You can use the state for that, and I'll just show you that. It's nothing special with that. You can just say state true, and then say false. This is just to show you how it's working, how the fields is working if you're working with that. And you can see if you have your states. Okay, I need a breakpoint, mark and bottom has 2, and then we have it here. You can see this is the status okay, and this is the status false. So based on the data here, you can create a compute all the methods to return the true and false in the state, to disable or enable it. If you want to change like the way the data here it's working on, let's say we want to change it in right now it's the display is Wednesday, July the 1st and the 2020. And if you want to change that for the numbers so it's more readable, then you can just do like this. We can just say date format options, and inside that you need an object, and the object should be numeric here. And I just copy this, and I'll just say day and then month. And if I'm going back to my browser now and pick one up here, you can see the 7, the 22 and 2020. And why it's look like that, it's probably look different from your computer. It's because I'm sitting in Denmark and my time zone is from Copenhagen, and that's how we're working with the dates almost. When I'm thinking on it, it's because it's taken from a browser, but I will change it so it will be Danish. So I think it's something like DK. Nope. I cannot remember that in my head. So let's change that a little bit. It's because it doesn't link, it's locate, and I can just say DA. And now it's how we use it in Denmark, and it will copy how the settings is in your browser, and if your browser is on Danish, it will look like this. And now I just change the locate to that. If you want to say, you can see here the start, it's a Sunday. In Denmark, my calendar is now it's translated for Danish, so it's a juli 20, søndag, mandag, tirsdag, onsdag, torsdag, fredag, lørdag. That's how it will be sound if you're speaking in Danish. And then we can say the starting point should be start week. In Denmark we want to start with Monday, mandag, and that's what we're gonna do right now. And I can click on it, and mandag is the first date. So mandag, tirsdag, onsdag, torsdag, fredag, lørdag, søndag. All the days is on Danish now, and we have all that. I will not learn you to speak Danish, but here I come from, so that's why I'm put it in that language right now. And that's it. Thank you so much to be here today, and I really hope you enjoy. And I'm so sorry for the small mistakes and the bad documentation I have in my own code. So I make a little mistakes, but I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you want to subscribe to this channel. If you don't know how to subscribe, you can do it in the right corner below and press on the ding. And remember, the code is totally free, and I will share it with my GitHub. The link to the GitHub will be in the description below. Thank you so much, and hope to see you next time. Don't forget to smash the comments, and don't forget to like and share. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.